conference organizers, co-participants, Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon. Lawal Saleh is my name, presenting a paper titled Analysis of the Causes and Incidence of Poverty in Nigeria, a paper co-authored with Dr. Haruna Yerima. By way of introduction, I will start by saying that we really have to appreciate the fact that poverty is one of the critical challenges to global development and one of the top issues when it comes to developmental agenda of virtually all countries around the globe. Available statistics reveal that sub-Saharan Africa has been the region in the whole world with the highest percentage of people living in poverty. Nigeria is part of sub-Saharan Africa, and even with that, Nigeria's poverty rate has been placed above the average sub-Saharan African poverty level, because in 1960, when the country got independence, Nigeria's poverty rate was only 15% of the populace, but that number increased over the years. The percentage was stated at 28% as at 1985. In 1996, it was about 66% of the entire populace. But when we returned to democracy in 1999, the estimated percentage of people living in poverty was up to 70% of the populace. That has been very high percentage of people living in poverty in the country. Not only poverty, all the human development indices by the United Nations have been revealing very negative track of development concerning Nigeria. This is ironical because the country has been endowed with rich land, vast agricultural land, mineral resources, petroleum, and other endowments, human endowments that prevailed in the polity. Over the years, subsequent Nigerian governments have been putting policies and programs so that poverty level could be minimized. But these policies, programs, and of course projects have recorded very little success. In fact, they failed to reduce poverty to a minimal level in the country. This is tragic regarding Nigeria. In this paper, we try to look at what actually causes poverty in Nigeria and what has been the incidence of this phenomenon of poverty in the country. The paper is a content analysis paper utilizing data from secondary material because it is a qualitative paper. We collected our data from official publications, journal articles, and so many published documents to support our own argument. We basically focus on two main things. One, the key causes of poverty in Nigeria. Secondly, the incidence of poverty in Nigeria before we offer our recommendation on how to get out of this scenario of poverty in the country. Based on the data we generated, it was established that the root causes of poverty in Nigeria are many. Some of them include lack of accountability, mismanagement of food, and corruption in the governance processes in the country. This factor really facilitated the severance of poverty in the country. Another issue is poor administration of justice that prevailed in the country. It's one of the contributing factors to poverty level in Nigeria. We have poor policy formulation, implementation, and evaluation in the country as another key cause of poverty in the country. Another one is over-dependence on oil economy, which is not stable. Particularly these recent years, there have been fluctuations in the oil market across the globe, and that affected the revenues being generated by government in the country, which also is part of the reasons why we have more poverty in the country. We also have issue of poor revenue allocation and distribution among the federating units in the country. That is another reason established. We have issue of high unemployment rate that has been prevailing in the country as another reason why we have poverty, another cause of poverty. We have low labor absorption capacity in the country. We have heavy dependence on imports. We import so many things in the country, and United States dollar is the key currency that has been used, which Nigerian currency naira has been reduced down because of its own value that has been deflating over the years. We have low saving propensity and growing income inequality in the country. These are some of the key causes of poverty in the country. Of course, we have others like inadequate access to employment opportunities for the poor people in the country. So having a look at these causes of poverty, what has been the incidence, the severity of poverty in the country? This incidence or severity of poverty in the country cuts across sectors. That is the rural, urban sector, occupation, geopolitical zone, state, gender, and of course, occupation and educational attainments of people in the country. When you look at the urban rural sector, poverty is more prevailing, is more severe in rural sector than the urban sector. If you look at the geopolitical zones in the country, we have 6 of them, but some years back, Northeast has the highest percentage of people living in poverty. The severity was higher there, but the last year's release by the National Bureau for Statistics, the Northwest has the highest percentage of people living in poverty in terms of severity in the country, indicating that Northwest has more severance of poverty in the country. And when you look at the states, currently Sokoto State has the highest incidence of poverty in Nigeria, while the least one is the Lagos State. We also look at the incidence of poverty, the severity, by the educational attainments of people. It was established that the higher the education qualifications of the head of household, the lower the poverty level in that particular household. Even the age was also ascertained to be used as a criteria for assessing the incidence, severity of poverty. The higher the age, the higher the poverty rate established in Nigeria, except for age 60 and above. These are the issues that are seen as severity or incidence of poverty in the country. Conclusively, we can say that Nigeria's poverty rate has over the years been among the worst across the globe. The causational factors can be attributed to different issues, and severity varied in terms of gender, location, age, household size, educational attainment, etc. Therefore, these peculiarities have to be obviously looked into for any policy that targets effective poverty alleviation and improving living conditions of people in the country. Thank you for listening.